a little bit.
Really come down just smooth. That's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
These little notes. I always start off with the before the scene. But yeah, welcome, GMN viewers, to the second episode of exclusive interviews. It's your boy Rezzy Reek. Today we have my good old friend BrothaMans here with me today.
What's good, man? Happy to be here.
Good, man. It's good to have you here, man. So, BrothaMans, how you been, man? It's been a minute.
I've been good, bro. Been chilling, making music, trying to stay active, trying to stay on the scene, trying to stay relevant, working.
Any upcoming projects you have coming up?
For sure, bro. Right now I'm actually building my first independent album. I'm gonna be dropping that sometime this summer. I'm thinking like probably like 4th of July.
Okay.
Independence Day, independent album. Yeah. So working on that. That's gonna be called Chapter 1, and then I'm also working on a few features here and there, and just dropping singles. Just consistently dropping singles. I got new songs coming out this weekend. Actually, it's called Money Talks. We're dropping on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Money Talks. BrothaMans, go grab that.
Yeah, BrothaMans, I definitely want to commend you, man, because I definitely like follow you on your social medias. I see you've been doing your thing, man.
I appreciate it, bro. Same you, man. You're working too, bro. You working too.
Trying, bro. I'm trying. Yeah.
You got podcast, interview, here, there, this, that.
Exactly. Just trying to, we young entrepreneurs out here. Entrepreneurs out here.
That's respect.
You too, bro. People your songs and your style, how you can switch it up. Like that's one thing I respect, like how you can sing on some songs and you can definitely spit. Like
thank you, bro.
I listen to The Safe.
Oh yeah,
the Safe joint. And my biggest my favorite rapper right now is Kendrick Lamar. And I ain't gonna lie, like in that song you kind of had a little you had a little Kendrick in there. I was like, okay.
Hey bro, I'm an avid Kendrick listener, bro. Yeah. I will always feel like he's one of the greatest rappers ever. Definitely top 3, not 2.
Yeah, he's
like,
you
know what I'm saying? Like he's like that, bro. So
exactly. I can't wait till he drop that album.
I'm always trying to tap into different energies that I can, use and find to influence, more of my flows and my cadence. So and I'm never afraid to, admit that. You gotta be able to, pay respect when it's due and know that, somebody's good at something, let me tap in and see how I can make that my own or where I can benefit from it. So it's never like trying to copy it, but you gotta respect like derivative work.
Right. I mean that's what a lot of people do. They take some sounds or elements of other people that are inspired by and kind of make it to their own.
Yeah.
Put their own flavor into it. But when did you actually start music? I know you've been doing it for a minute. Even in middle school, you was in the band.
Bro. I think it kind of separates. There's like a separation point. So I guess instrumental music ended when high school ended. So I graduated and that's when I stopped. But there was like a gap period where I was, was kind of like an in-between human being, just existing, not really doing anything like creatively. Right. But that was my freshman year of college. And then like once I got to Point Park, 2016, that's when I was like started like writing poetry again, producing and kind of started making my own beats and writing songs and stuff like that. So we're pushing about 6.5 years now. I've been loving every year of it, bro. Promise. I ain't made that much money off it, but I've been loving every year of it.
It take a minute to start making it though. Like I've been same in the same boat. Like it take a while. I'm still trying to look for paid shows and good opportunities.
Always, bro.
But it's gonna come, especially with talented people like us. Like as long as we be patiently waiting and keep doing our thing, like somebody gonna realize us.
Bro, I think consistency is like the best thing that somebody can apply to the music or can apply to anything. Really, it's just like I'm not gonna give up on my expectations for this thing, regardless of who's tapping or doing what. You just keep applying pressure, keep doing what you gotta do. Somebody's gonna rock with it. And you want to build a fan base, and then everybody's gonna start saying it's undeniable whatever it is that you do.
Exactly. And then it's like it seems like you have a nice fan base right now too. So like as long as you're, staying consistent to your fans,
I'll be honest with you, bro. I feel like, I got like some diehard supporters, some people who really rock with me all the way to the end. But it also fluctuates, bro. Like and I think it's supposed to right now at this stage. But right now, I'm in that space where I'm just capitalizing off of whatever platform I can create for myself. So if that's me being on a show, that's me doing an interview with you. How can I utilize that space? So like I really do care about like my fan base to an extent, but I don't want to say like it's based off of that because like really did start because I wanted to just make music and express myself.
Right,
so,
just have fun with it.
Yeah, to some extent it's like selfish, but it's not. Right? Like I'm creating music that I want to hear for So I'm like,
as you should. Like,
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Because when you get in these industries, you know, it'd be like they want you to create music for certain people, or you know, it's like you're not independent no more. You gotta start making songs like that, and it's just like now that we're unsigned, we're not really to a label or something like that. Like you could like have all the creative control, like you said, make music that works for you. And that's really what it's about. Like as long as you're doing what you love to do and you're doing it your own form, and you like this is some stuff you like, I can go back and listen to it, you know. And then you'll get a lot of supporters, like people who think like you or kind of like in that mindset of you, like that's where your fan base will come. So it's good. Like you're thinking like it's okay to be selfish because it's like you're thinking of what type of music and content you're trying to create.
People ain't, you can't have a fan base without something to listen to, bro. So I feel like it's not that I'm not right now in this instance focusing on a fan base, but it's like I'd rather create a really good image and a really good discography that a fan base can find or that everybody can enjoy. I feel like there's a lot of artists who like they don't necessarily have a locked in fan base. It's just like everybody just kind of gravitates to them making new music or to them being a creative individual. In my opinion, I feel like that's kind of how Childish Gambino is. Like, I mean, I'm a diehard Gambino fan. Like he's somebody who influences my music. I'll follow his music. I'll follow his page and his art, whatever he's got going on. But I feel like other people can take pieces of what they need from him. Like, they might not like his new funk music, or they might not like his new abstract stuff, but they can look back to 2013 and be like, oh, I like it because of the internet. That was a pretty cool album. So like, there's like different ways that you can access different people's art. I kind of want to be like that kind of position. Like people can find my music and be like, oh, I like this album. I didn't like that, or he's really good at this, or I didn't want to do that. That's kind of how it's always been. So I'm cool with that. Like kind of settling in as that being like my platform.
Yeah. I know you said like Kendrick Lamar was kind of in your top three. Who else would you say is like, and maybe like top 3 to 5, like that like your inspiration, like your inspiration?
Oh, so these are like inspiration for me, like for my own music.
Yeah, for your own music.
So yeah, definitely Kendrick Lamar. It's because I love just like how he's able to find like a cool way to take trendy and still tell a message. It's never comes off preachy, but he always kind of got something to be saying, bro.
Exactly. You really got, and he can switch up his sound,
bro. He got so many different sounds, man. So that's one, Kendrick for sure. Honestly, I would say J. Cole for his like ability to rap and control. Bro.
Yeah,
like, that's just. I mean, I grew up in this generation of like listening to him like transition and go through the different phases of Cole that we got. So like for me to just see that, like watching the artistry unfold is dope. And then I guess I would finally say Frank Ocean for sure. And I feel like he kind of brought like a different sense of like melody and like songwriting to like music. Like when Frank Ocean drops something, it's not gonna be wrong, but it's gonna be a good solid idea. The theory's gonna work out. The music is gonna be dynamic. It's gonna be an experience for real. But I kind of want all of those things to be what people get from my music. So it may not necessarily sound like what they create, but the influence is how they execute it and how they go about finding like sounds to use and sampling and like different techniques that their production follows. That's kind of what I want to build my brand around.
That's smart, And then just having like 3 different type of people, like they're not all in the same category. Is it? And then like singing. Did you start off with singing, or was you more of a rapper from the beginning? Kind of both.
If I'm being 100% honest, it started with musical theater. So my mom and my family like were raised through theaters. My mom, she did costume, makeup design, all kinds of different shows, musicals, this and that. And as I was a kid, she was putting me in shows, and I found myself in Dreamgirls and Raisin in the Sun and different notable musicals and child shows. So that kind of gave me a platform to learn how to sing and have a vocal coach tell me breathe in your stomach and push out the air, all the right technical stuff. But then you apply that to like the music that you want to create like years later, and now you kind of got like a cool little bit of a background in singing, but you never really used it. So it's like it's there for real, So that's kind of what you're seeing in my music. I feel like, and I really appreciate that you pick up on it and that other people pick up on it too, because it gives me like multiple lanes to kind of tackle it. So I feel like that's my primary thing, and I don't want to say it started with that, but I guess it did start with that. So
no, I mean, of course, everything, even if it wasn't like the same category as music. I mean, theater and music kind of go hand in hand
for sure.
But even how you learn breath control and certain things like those are elements to even like get your flow and music and everything together, to piece it together. Like, that's some stuff like I'm still trying to learn. I was always a writer, so
Mhm.
I would write more. And then when I
Right.
flow, it wouldn't really sound
Too many
good as
words,
good.
something.
Gotta delete my words. I'm still kind of working on that, but like that's key. Like it's all about like posture and like
Mhm.
and vocals.
All of
and
that stuff does
like you
matter
said,
when you're
yeah.
recording. It really does, bro. Because the air that you can put out is going to be what you can control, and that's going to dictate like the kind of sound that you're making and the tone that you can maintain. And it got to be your rap voice or your rap tone, or you're going to sound corny. You know what I mean? So it's like everything matters, bro. It's all like one big formula for real, bro. And you're finding like that sweet spot, so like you can just do it the right way every time. Mhm.
Yeah,
You got any new music coming out?
I got now I recently dropped EP Heavy Mental
When you drop that?
back in February.
Okay.
It's like a 5-track EP. I'm trying to like change my direction of sound.
I like to tune into that. I didn't know you dropped that.
Yeah, it was kind of like a
silent release.
Last one, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I just I don't know. I've just been dropping singles, just working on a little bit of stuff. But yeah, definitely got some new music in the works sometime in the future. Going on a little break.
Mhm.
Yeah, just that's
How long are you doing music?
I've been doing music probably since I was I'd probably say high school. Like when I was in Obama, like I would do music, but like people like you rap. Like I would make videos flowing the songs or whatever, freestyling.
Right.
Or I was more of a writer. I never really was good at freestyle, so I was writing.
Right. Bro,
spitting.
honestly, a small note about that is like freestyling actually is writing. Like it's like a style that you create that is not the same. Because like technically, like real rapping is like doing the same pattern over and over again. Like that's rapping. That's like you find a pattern, find words to fit, find a rap scheme, and you keep doing that. Yeah. Freestyling is literally like taking like a flow and then changing it, and it keeps evolving throughout it. Whether you write that or it's off the top. Somewhere along the lines, somebody somewhere said, if you write it down, it's not a freestyle. Like that, it's still a freestyle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to break that narrative. Every time I hear somebody say it, like, you know, like you're still freestyling. If you write it down and you go into a cipher and you look at your phone, you're not wrong, because like that shit's still hard, bro.
Well, I'm the nicest freestyler then.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, say that then, bro. Say that.
But yeah, just high
might
school.
not be the best off top. You might be the best freestyler.
Not off top. I can't think of none. I'm like, we'll have a freestyle. But yeah, the music's been going pretty good. Like I see my sound changing over time. Trying to be more in a positive direction, because what I notice about everybody, like just in music in general, even with the kids I'm helping out and mentoring, is just like everybody's sound evolves like every 5 to 10 years. Like of course everybody starts off talking about money, cars, clothes, women, sex, all that, and then it's like even like the mentality is like, even if you don't rap, like the mentality changes.
A lower vibration.
Right. And I notice people, like older people, will be like, well, yeah, that was cool at one point, but I'm kind of beyond that. So I'm more, you know, talking about positivity and stuff like that. It's like as we get older, I notice like people go through that phase where they change. That's kind of like being like 23. That's kind of like the shift. Like
you can see it in Chance the Rapper has got quite the most polarity for he came up on some like, you know, kind of like druggy, smoker, stoner stuff for real, like acid rap, all that stuff.
Right, yeah, that's what everybody noticed.
His big album is, you know, about marriage and being a great father and being, you know, like everybody who like was listening to Chance the Rapper, like at least in that time period, me coming up, I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be like this trippy.
I swear, Chance was giving me trippy
really
vibes.
Mature album, bro.
LSD vibes, all that. And he switches up. Yeah, I kind of want to go. I feel like everybody eventually want to go in that direction.
I feel like, but also progression is good though, because like, I mean, unless like somebody is like a gimmick or they're a niche, you know, they're supposed to, you know, get better and progress and try different sounds, and you know, their music should mature. I feel like, you know, because if somebody keeps making the same stuff and it's not working, then eventually it's gonna fade off and you're gonna forget about it.
That's why like every project I try to be just a little more different than the last one. Just
I ain't talking shit, but I feel like that's what happened with Future. Said. I feel that's what, like Future didn't really change anything about what he had going on, and I feel like, you know, the next wave of young artists were kind of like a little bit more innovative. So it's like they looked to him because he was the person who was doing what they wanted to necessarily do. But like, you know, getting him on a song now, to me, I'm like Future verse. Okay,
Future. But when we talk about
classic,
a lot, he is classic. He make a couple hits. He still be coming in people. Even in this generation, we talking about like Future.
That might be an unpopular opinion. I don't care about like Future wash now.
Honestly, it's
everybody's doing what he does, bro. Some people do it better.
That's what I'm saying. You got the Young Thugs and the
Gunna, bro.
Gunna. I mean, you hear Future talking about Percocets,
and he's just a dude, bro. He's
individually, yeah, just how we be treating, how we be treating women and all that, and all that. I just be like, man, Future just seem like a low key.
No disrespect to Future, though.
But like he makes hits here and there. You know, that's why he in the game right now. He Future, I guess. So he can keep doing this thing. But I kind of want to know who BrothaMans is.
What's up? What you need to know about? What you need to know? I'm right here.
Okay, BrothaMans. Tell me kind of your feel, like your story, like what do you talk about in your music?
I was just thinking about this the other day, and I almost made a Facebook post about it, but I was like, so I really didn't.
We care, BrothaMans.
But I'm glad that somebody asked. I always appreciate getting asked this question because it makes me have to be reflective and be like intentional, but also like, you know, expressive about it. But I think like at its core, bro, like I'm trying to find like the best way to speak on, or I'm trying to find like the best way to make social commentary artistic, and I'm also trying to find like a cool way to make emotional expression normalized for a Black man. That's really like the platform that my music stands on. Like in one hand, when I rap, sometimes it's gonna be like some cool shit, and it's gonna be like, oh, that song, that was a cool song. And then other times it's gonna be like, oh, that's reflective about like the violence that's taking place in Pittsburgh, but it's also like trendy because like there's 808 in it, and I like that song, you know. So it's like I'm trying to like hit them with two piece, and like the other side of it is like a whole like thing to where like I feel like Black men can't be emotional or expressive or even, you know what I'm saying, have that like softer side to them to where like that's just a part of being a human being, you know what I mean? Like in general. So like so many artists come on so cutting hard, they would never sing on the song, or you can't rap and sing. Fuck that, bro. That's really how I feel about it. So
I mean, to be honest, the ones who sing and rappers, the multi-talented, you see Drake out here making hits, like you know what I'm saying?
That crossover appeal is going to get you into more doors than just the drill or than just only singing. So I feel like, you know, just create what you want to create. And there's, I think another thing is like I don't want there to be so much influenced by the brand that I create for BrothaMans. You feel me? Like I feel like some people like they let their image and their character that they're creating kind of take over their life, bro. Like I'm saying, like 6ix9ine or like people who get caught up in all that extra nonsense, bro. Like
because their purpose to do it, it seems like they just do it, you know, for clout or money or
they
trying to be relevant.
Famous,
yeah, they want to be famous.
It's fame and money. That's why they want to do it. But it's like even in that, bro, like you legit can't sell your soul for that, bro. So I feel like that's kind of what I'm trying to express. Like, like BrothaMans isn't going to do something that Manny wouldn't. And you feel me? Yeah. It can't get like that. It can't be two separate entities, but it can be two separate characters or personalities. Like I'm a real person. BrothaMans is just a figment that I've created to express myself on a platform. You feel me? So it's like you got to be able to separate that shit. And I don't want, you know what I'm saying, like all that straight rap beef bullshit. Like, bro, that the fact that people die about is rap shit, but that makes no sense to me. Those are words over sound. It doesn't add up.
I don't get it. Like everybody, like you said, people get getting tuned away because sometimes they be like, all right, I'm only doing this for fame, but I ain't gonna let it get the best of me. Yeah. But like you don't realize how much it eats you alive, like because you're trying to be something you're not, and then you become that person eventually.
And I think it really comes down to, you know, like just having like a solid character and a solid support base that won't allow you to change up or, you know, to switch on, you know, whatever your morals and beliefs are to get to another level. Like you should never have to compromise who you are to get to anything.
Right.
I feel like then once you get there, are you even still yourself? Exactly. Is it even still worth it? Do you even still want it? Like that just changes so much for me for it. So finding that balance is essential to me in your artistry, in your music, and just in life in general.
Okay.
But yeah, that's BrothaMans, bro. That's what my music basically stands on. Sometimes that comes out as a rap. Sometimes that comes out as like, you know, alternative R&B or hip hop. Sometimes it comes off as like a ballad, kind of like a soul pop kind of feel. I really don't know what kind of genre of music I make. Like if I could like pinpoint right now, I'll wait till somebody else who knows like more about the specifics of what a genre is to define it. But like to me, I would kind of call it like a pop soul, alternative R&B kind of thing.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Classic.
Like, not always one thing.
Like I like how you give me like old school vibes, but you're like still in the new school in a way, like especially with your beat.
Way to do stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Derivative art, like I said earlier, bro. I'm saying taking the idea, knowing that it's solid, but having like the energy that you can apply to it to make it unique. Why not?
That's dope, bro. Like I could definitely say like just listening to your music. Like you don't like you keep it consistent, like which like you change your sound, but you keep your message and everything consistent. You don't kind of switch or nothing. And that's what I admire one of the things I admire.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
really
no
do.
problem, bro. And it's like in the city, I feel like we definitely, in my opinion, I'm just gonna say like one of my favorite artists who like because we kind of I feel like our music kind of relate in a way.
It does.
And our message, you know, what we're trying to do with positivity, self-awareness, you know, and how you do it. Like, there's a lot of people. No shade to anybody in the city, but this is like the Pittsburgh sound in general, just mostly drill and trap and you know the same kind of stuff. And it's like it's the rare breeds that you know kind of had that conscious self-awareness and can like really switch up and do different things with their type of sound. And that's really what I look for.
Yeah,
the people who really versatility and people that's really like not slept on, but like people overlooked. But they're so talented and they have so much to give. Like. You know, and their message is so powerful.
One thing that's really crazy, and I look at you even presented that, but and I appreciate that accolade, but I really do. Like that's the kind of like support that I appreciate. I was talking about this with my co-producer Vance Vaughn, he's a crazy engineer. Definitely go tap in book with him. But we were talking about how even though like I feel talented or I may feel like this is it, people aren't giving me the support I need. Even if I got that shit, bro, I'm not ready for it, bro. Like if I had a song that went viral right now. Am I entirely ready to take that momentum, pivot it, and make something happen out of it? Like it's hard to really, but I'm prepared for that and like letting it happen is one thing. And trying to get there is another. Working for it, to me, working for it is the easiest way to manage it. It's like I did this worked. I did this next step, that worked. But if something happens just instantaneously, like oh snap, like your whole life changed because of a couple of cool songs.
Yeah, because this is like I don't know how to react for it.
Yeah.
To it and. Just the way it shifts is amazing because even I don't think nobody really is ready for fame. Even if you work hard for it, I mean, if you work hard of it, you're more prepared. Like I feel what you said, but like even when you get in, somebody give you a deal and you did enough shows or you did enough albums or projects, you're still like, wow, like this really here. This is a new step. I'm gonna step in and like I got to get used to this industry level type of thing.
But not the camera thing, my bad, bro.
You good? I was about to say,
give me a little camera check, bro. You say, brother, man, you getting too comfortable, man.
You was back and forth. I was like,
pull up on you.
He's gonna pull up. But
what's up, IG? Everybody say what's up to me.
Yeah. What's up with y'all? I'm on IG. 50,000 views right now.
More like 4. I'll take it though. 4 that hard listeners.
Hey, biggest fans. 4 is better than 4 loyal fans is better than 1,000 in and outers. Honestly. Well, you got thousands, but yeah. Well, I know you said you talked earlier about upcoming projects. You said you had a project coming up soon.
Yeah. So chapter 1. So basically, chapter 1 is like a culmination of literally what I was trying to describe my platform to be. So it's expressive, emotional songs. Some of them are songs, some of them are raps. It's just. It's a bunch of cool ideas put together, but there's like some music theory into it. There's some emotional level to it. There's some expression into it. There's a lot of reflection and relatability in it. I feel like the vulnerability that I kind of wear on my sleeve, as far as like as a writer and as a producer, I feel like that's what people gravitate to. That's what I gravitate to as a listener. Like when I hear something that I can relate to or have experienced, or something that's just like nostalgic, it makes me want to invest in it. It makes me want to appreciate it and kind of like value it. So that's what I, just embedded into my entire album. I've been writing it for 2 years. I recorded it almost exclusively with Vance Vaughn. Again, go book with him because that's my man. I'm always keep plugging him in there.
Vance Vaughn,
that's at Vance Vaughn. But and I produced 70% of it. So it's really something like personal, and it's also something that I created and I got to control the sound on it. And a little small part is I don't have any features on it. So like, some people think that that's kind of arrogant or cocky. Other people think that's like, impressive and creative. So, we'll see how the world takes it whenever it drops.
I'm excited to hear you want to do like a J. Cole, no features. So.
Bro, sometimes you gotta just like stand on what you can do, bro. Right. Put yourself up.
This is your music.
Yes,
like, like this is your music. Like you can have whoever you want on your project.
Because like I was talking about this with somebody one day. And they were like, you don't want any features. Like, you don't think that's like, kind of exclusive or like keeping people out of them. Like, it's my music. What do you mean?
I mean, there's gonna be time for that. We don't have features,
but time for that. Exactly. I can't make a solid idea and see how people receive all of just only me. No influence, no support, no. Oh, what if we had somebody with a like can make a remix, but how do you feel about me doing it? You know what I'm saying?
And that's really what I mean. People should do more is have more solo projects because, like I said, it's your music. You're just my features is just adding more people to your bubble. But this is your bubble. Like
I can say off rip right now. I know there are like 3 or 4 songs off my album that I definitely want some local artists to hop on. I got a song called Mound Reader. I want Sierra Sellers to probably hop on that. I got this one song, Chillin'. I might try to see if I can get a limbo with the feature on that. I think he would really go crazy on like another verse with that. So I'm just all about collaboration, all about trying to like pivot and find different sound. But the original copy gonna be me.
Exactly.
Exactly. There, bro.
The main headliner.
Y'all might like whichever version you like. I'm cool with it. Either I made both of them, but I'm saying like the first one. That's what I really want people to find. What I'm able to do. That's what it's about. Creating a platform for yourself.
Right? You got to. Like, people be like, that's kind of selfish, but like, and again, you're like, no, because honestly, I can pick and choose who I even want on features. Like,
and then just opens up the door in the future for more. It's like if you don't have any features, and now when you get some, everybody's gonna appreciate that, and they're gonna go to the old one that didn't have that one.
Exactly.
They probably gonna have some favorite songs on that.
I encourage people to have more solo projects too. Just here and there. Like it's good to have features, but like just some stuff that you can be like, this is mine. Like I did all this. I produced it.
That's the biggest feeling you can have.
Because that's your, it's like your baby. Like it's yours.
Yeah.
Nobody's in it or nothing like that. It's not being selfish. It's just like something you can just say, I did it. And in a way, that's an accomplishment too, because you're like, I didn't have to have nobody else to make it better. I used my original sound. This is all me. And it's either you're gonna rock with me or not. And some people I know like they only rock with people for like certain features or something like that. So it's just like
certain sounds that they provide.
Yeah.
And like for me, it's been like I think the biggest part that I've enjoyed about it is what I'm learning from it, bro. Like it's literally making me a better artist. Because like I was someone who I didn't believe in mastering, bro. Like I mean I felt like the mixes were the best thing to get, and you go from there. And if they like it, they like it. But mastering does actually amplify the quality of your music, bro.
You gotta go more in depth with
marketing, bro. Like right now, I'm learning. I have my marketing plan like already set up, and like my money and budget for that is already dished off into the side. Like the marketing is happening for this thing. Like people are gonna find it. I'm gonna have like I'm saying consistent like click rate. I'm gonna have a consistent targeted audience. Like everything is like pre-planned. I got the merch set up. Like everything about creating an album teaches you how to like balance it and manage, but it also teaches you like how to find like the sweet spot for everything, bro. Because like that's what you're really trying to do, bro. You're trying to find like the most that you can give to this while still giving to that. The most that you can write about this while still, hitting that mark and still, being an artistic, creative person. So it's like it's just like sharpening a bunch of tools for me right now, bro. And like I don't know which direction I want to necessarily pivot in because like I kind of would like to be a manager eventually, bro. Like, hold you, bro. I would love to manage somebody that like really like just made the next super artist, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like so that would be really cool.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's all about like mastery, just in general. Like once you master one thing, you're like what's next?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But you fully master that one thing, and then you move on. Like that's what I try to do. My art, I master the music. Like, cause like the biggest thing I want to do, I try to keep it like simple with 2 main things. Like, like what do you want to do? I'm like, yeah, I do a lot, but like if I had to pick one thing, like being a multimedia company with music and media. As long as I got that, that's really all
happening.
I need.
That's happening. Sign me up, bro.
Exactly. I mean, that's what Global Mass Network is all about. Just media and news, and then also broadcasting and getting to know people, but also having that music on the side too to express
to be creative and saying
exactly.
But that's exactly why I created Man-Made Studios, bro. Like I created I'm not gonna lie to you. Originally, I created Man-Made Studios as like a little spam account for BrothaMans. So it was really just gonna be like somewhere I could just like, oh, BrothaMans song is out, so I could just send it to everybody. And then eventually somebody had hit me up about making cover art. And I was like, do I look like a cover art page? Like, is that what's happening here? Is this is a cover art? Because I did make my own cover art, but I wasn't in like the business of making other people's. I was just making like my own little collage and put my music out. Eventually, that transition and then I'm saying kind of like snowballed into like me saying like, oh yeah, I could do like a cool like edit music video for you. And I'll probably make some beats for you or whatever. So eventually, like me making beats for myself and making my own content at home to promote myself turned into like me starting a small company. I don't even want to call it a small company though. Me starting a company. I'm an established company. And what we do is, we make affordable content for artists, and if you rock with us, you rock with us. And so far, we haven't had anybody come in and be like, I didn't like the content I got, or I didn't like the customer service. Like, it's always professional. It's always good quality. It's always gonna be timely. So, if you can get those 3 things, you can have a good business. Always.
Sure. Make sure y'all check out that
Man-Made Studios. Tap in.
But let's go back to your chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
How is this different from Kinfolk and Valid? Two projects.
And I'm glad you brought Kinfolk up, because Kinfolk was really supposed to be something that kind of pushed me and Dewey Marquis as my cousin, co-writer, co-producer on that project as well. But it was supposed to push us into a bigger limelight, and that's exactly what it did. I love it. But Pittsburgh, they gravitated to it. I mean, they accounted for 60% of the streams that it got in the first month, bro. Which to me is fantastic, because Pittsburgh was not listening to my music. I'm gonna say it again. Pittsburgh was not listening to my music, bro. They wasn't, bro. Kinfolk 2 dropped and people started tuning in. And I appreciate that, bro. So I feel like Kinfolk pushed us into a kind of space, and so it did what it was supposed to do. Invalid at that time when me and Devo had dropped that, Invalid was supposed to really just be a creative idea, kind of showing the market. We could do cool few things. This is kind of our take on some stuff. There's not too many rappy parts on it. It's kind of more so melody based and emotional. So I feel that at the time kind of just showed the city. This is what we trying to do. We try to come through with the music theory, the melody, and the dynamic, and all the cool stuff. So that was the biggest thing about that. This album will be so much different from everything else, because it'll be so much focused on production quality as much as it is focused on the relatability. I really haven't been somebody who focused on how other people can see my music or how other people can vibe out to it. I've been a lot more listener focused on this one than I have ever before. So expect a lot more simplicity, but still good execution and quality.
I like that. Yeah, because I heard about I really listened to the first Kinfolk. I seen
that's an old SoundCloud. Yeah. They can dig and find that one.
Yeah, SoundCloud original. Because Kinfolk 2, when I heard that was blowing up when I was paying attention to your music. That's when I was seeing everything you was getting hype on that, and Invalid. Kinfolk 2, I was just
yeah, man. Make sure you go tap with Dewey Marquis too, man. He's definitely a solid. Actually, that's somebody who could definitely tap into it.
For sure. I'm always trying to tap in with other artists. I feel this, even with this, this is a good platform. Even to after we're done to connect. And man, me and you go way back, so it's just I enjoy trying to make
we get a couple snaps for Obama real quick, bro. A lot of people from Obama is just doing a lot of cool things, right? Our school got a lot of cool things going on. Just alumni, bro.
Honestly, yeah.
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie, college, I learned more at Obama college readiness than in actual college.
There's so many talented individuals coming out of that school, bro. Ambitious, talented individuals. There's so many people, and they're just all doing great. That's a good thing about a school if everybody come out there. Some people fuck up, but most people do. That's all.
Shout out to Obama. I can't wait till they had a 10-year, 20-year reunion. Yeah, I'll be back.
Man, people gonna be crazy.
I swear. But what goals do you have for the rest of the year? I mean, I know you said you're dropping this project, but is there anything else? Because I know you do multiple
I got short-term, long-term goals. So short-term goals are trying to hit 5,000 followers by the summer. Okay, it's not looking likely, but we'll see. Go follow me at BrothaMans 7 on Instagram. Another short-term goal I got is I want to do more features this year. I was trying to get to 20 features. I'm at 10 right now. I want to do 20 features this year. So
hey, man, we could collab on something.
We're going to do some music.
I can't wait to get a BrothaMans collab.
We can right to it, man. Right to it. But and then my long-term goal for the album, I would love to hit 100K. I would love to get. I would love to know that 100,000 human beings heard my song or heard my music. That'd be cool, bro. Not even for the money, bro. Really, just knowing
just for the recognition.
But that kind of spread, bro. I feel like something's gonna happen. I just feel like something's gonna happen, bro.
Hey, send it this way. I'll support.
I'm gonna get it right the guy. Hey, 100K, maybe.
But that's good that you got goals. A lot of people just be like, "Hey, I'm just winging it," But the fact that you say that's what you want, you're definitely gonna get there. Even when I started my page, I was like, it's gonna get so long to get full 500. You connect with the right people, promoters, and you do shows and stuff like that. It's gonna come fast, and before you even know, you're like, I didn't think I was gonna get here that fast.
And then when you're in it, you don't even feel it fast. Another goal I had, forgot to mention this, and I wanted to say this out loud. I want to project it. Getting some positive energy. I'm actually in the process right now of becoming a certified teacher.
Okay.
So
I
passed 2 to 3 exams, bro. I'm waiting on my writing score, bro. So I passed the math, I passed the reading. So I'm excited about that. I get this writing score in, bro.
You got it, bro. You're an artist, man. You write it. I know you
bro.
can get this.
Bro, come on, bro. I'm trying to get right to it. I'm leaving a lot of money on the table.
That's what's up,
Being
bro.
a full-time sub it's not where it's at.
Right. I'm a student teacher, so
I know. You know.
Yeah, man. I'm proud. I'm proud, bro. I'm proud of you. Like even me, like today, I guess got some good news that I got this permanent position, and I'll be making some more money. And
that's all about
working with kids.
That's what it's all about, man.
Consistency. So it's just like you get your foot in the door, people.
I'm saying, guys, on that good news, bro.
Appreciate
securing the bag too, man. Give me a little pound of securing the bag, brother. That bag is secured. It's not going nowhere.
We securing the bag all 2022. You gonna do your thing. You gonna get that right in. Passes done, the test done, and man, I can see you as a teacher. Like I even peeped on the social media how you interact with the kids. Like they look at you, they look up to you.
For sure, bro. I'm an only child, bro. So like from here for real, they all like my little brothers and sisters. I'm just like really dabbing out, trying to protect them, trying to give them a safe place to learn. And I just teach them math, so we got to.
That's good. I feel like you're a great role model to the kids, and even with your music and whoever your fans are. Of course, I mean there's some smart people because they tap in and like that mindset. Your mindset. That's one thing I respect about your direction of music and mindset, how you shift it, like your sound and no doubt. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a good question. I feel like in 5 years, I hope that I'm in this space where I'm a more than established producer and songwriter, where people are tapping in and contacting me to either help them songwrite or produce. And I feel like I probably won't be teaching anymore.
You said you want to be a manager eventually.
I mean, it's not an issue, and I love that I got to become a teacher and be in a space and teaching space, but I don't want to be a teacher forever.
Yeah.
I know, like now, in making music, that I would love to make music for the rest of my life. And be cool with that.
But just imagine being a music teacher.
That's a cool way to cycle back to it. I'll take that. That's like the best of both worlds. I mean, in the perfect world, bro, I make enough money to create a studio, you know what I'm saying, literally in Wilkesburg, that is like a safe space, bro, where people can come to, the youth can come and learn to become producers, writers, singers, whatever they want to do, creative space, bro, just like nothing wrong with that. And that can be my legacy. I'm cool with that. I really am.
Because like I try to tell people all the time, this is your world. I mean, you got to understand, you share it with people, but this is your world. So you can make anything happen if you just push through, you work hard, consistency, and you know what I mean? If you really want to run with something, keep it. Even if you're like, this is a little side job, but even you turn your side gig into something big, or you put all your best qualities together to one thing. Like that's I encourage everybody to do that. What is your overall message to fans and just people that's listening to music or even want to tune into you after this interview that probably haven't heard of you yet?
Have fun with life, be yourself. That's really that's what I'm really trying to do, bro. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying be better than the next person. Well, actually, I'm trying to be better than the next person because there's some pretty shitty people.
Right.
But
you got to. Everybody got to be some type.
I'm trying to enjoy life and just be a good person. That's really it.
You got to. Yeah. I feel like that's key. Like, just being a good person. Like people think being bad is gonna get you somewhere or makes you look cool, but everybody who's done bad realize that it don't matter if they're in jail, they come out of jail, or if they whatever they're into, they be like, overall messages, I wish I wouldn't have did that, or I wish I would have did better.
That negative energy come back to you, bro.
Right. So it's just like give back. I just encourage everybody to be a good person. Do what you love to do, but also don't hurt people. Don't try to do nothing that's gonna put you in a bad situation because it's not worth it. A lot of people will tell you that. Like, I mean, I hear a lot of time from old heads and people like, I've done that and I did this. It's not where you want to go. And then us being arrogant, youngins, we be out here doing whatever, and then it comes back on us and we're like, damn, the person was right. You know what I mean? But even with the kids that I'm helping out and teaching, like just to do the right thing, because they be trying to get into they little mischiefs and stuff. But I even try to encourage them, like do the right thing. But well, I mean,
it's good that you're a positive role model too, bro.
Right.
I rock with that.
Appreciate it. And it's just like I just try to give them an overall good message.
What's your answer for that question, though, bro? You see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully. I mean, I'm already starting the foundation of Global Mass Network, just music and media. Like I said, just with the company, I just wanted to be big, 100K views.
You want to be a global mass network,
right? Yep. It's all in the name.
It's all in the name.
But yeah, I want to go beyond Pittsburgh. Just go to different places that and travel and kind of make it like media exposure for everybody, the upcoming artist or the upcoming athlete or the upcoming, give them media exposure. Then on the side to eventually have like my own music label, and then on that side of things, like build up with artists, have my own music, eventually drop. I want to be like the upcoming artist, like dropping a lot of projects. Somebody managing me, and then I get promoted and then become my own manager, and then like.
So you have your aspirations to be an artist as well as being a producer, as well as being like a general like executive. I'm right for that, bro.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's the goal though. Just hopefully in 5 years, like everything's coming together. Even if it starts small, like because it's in the works, like I already know it's going to be big just because I'm pushing through. And even if a lot of people support me or don't support me, I'm still going to try. You know what I'm saying?
It's the effort. Right. Making the effort is a part of that journey.
Networking and opportunities, that's number one. That's key. Like when you know people, you can get in farther than you think you are. Don't settle short. Don't try to think just because you want this dream that something's holding you back, whether it's a job or people or anything, like in the way that you don't like to do. Like I tell people, go for your passion and try to make that a career because do what you like to do.
My grandma always said, literally, love what you do, you will never work another day in your life.
Never. Like this job right here is something you don't even feel like
you don't feel it, bro. The day fly by probably. Exactly. You're doing a whole bunch of stuff that you don't mind doing.
That's the dream. I feel like when people have that feeling, like where they can do what they love, it's magical. Like you feel like you're ultimate. You mean you're powerful. You know.
But plug us in, bro. Where we at right now?
We had shout out. Yeah, you just reminded me. Appreciate that. But shout out to Phase 4. East Live. We have Phase 4. Good company. Team Tech Center. Best Buy sponsor the place, and it's a good space. Kids can come hang out, record music, learn stuff.
I would love to take this whole building, this whole space, drop it out for the bird.
Yeah, that'd be tough. You could do that. Look, they got the virtual headsets.
Bro, just like space vibes. Like everybody in this neighborhood has access to this. But in Wilkesburg, it's not this.
Right, there's not a lot of because I grew up in Wilkesburg, so I know there's not a lot of opportunities sometimes down there, and that's what the hood needs for more stuff like this, like.
But identifying as part of it, it's like I'm not being critical. It's just like you need something like this there.
Right.
Cool with that.
Yeah, because something like this everywhere on every block.
In fact, this would be a great. I mean, I know it's a crazy after school program, but just look around the room, like you got Lego Ferris wheels, a crazy computer over here in the background.
That's only the half of it. They got digital art you can create on a
condenser mic set up in the hallway.
VRs, video games everywhere. They got
you can go to metaverse and have a podcast in the same room. That's a cool place to be at.
And I didn't even know about this place. And when I typed in, I'm like, this is a dream.
And you work here?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah. This is like a dream come true. Like I prayed for this, and it's just like God has answered me and gave me what I love. I'm like, man, but I like music. I like to do broadcasts, and I want to learn how to do music videos, make T-shirts. And now this is like the resource for everything. So I'm just trying to tap in and learn a little bit of everything. Once I get there, I feel like I'll be ultimate, in a good space. We're gonna try to wrap it up. I got a lot of these questions for BrothaMans and stuff I wanted to ask you, but I know we're kind of short on time. Let me see what I want to ask before we end this.
The golden, it gotta be a good one, bro. You gotta dig deep for this one. If it's your last question, you gotta go out with a bang. You gotta go out the right way.
Ask you a couple short questions. Okay. Who put you on the music? Anybody put you on the music?
Devo.
Yep.
Actually, Devo started making beats. He was sending beats in a group message. I'm like, where he's making beats from? He got no computer. He's making beats on his phone, bro. He's making beats on his phone. I'm like, oh, you can do that. Let me. So like that was it. That
I was
was
about
the
to say,
inspiration.
yeah. I should have known because you and D was like two peas in a pod.
Oh my
Like,
God, bro.
y'all was like the best of friends in high
Bro,
school.
he literally would be like, "Yo, bro, rap on this," and I just come over. I'm like, "All right, it's freestyle time." We just plug the headphones into his phone. I just start rapping. Bro, I can't wait to show you some of these songs. I still got them on SoundCloud and grab it. Like,
D will still be making beats.
bro,
Probably,
D was
yeah.
better than me, bro. D was better producer than me.
He been doing it a little longer. I got probably tap in with him too. It's
Yeah,
been a
man.
minute since I
Tap
seen
in
my
with
boy.
Diva, bro. He's a crazy producer, even crazier engineer, man. He's a crazy engineer. He actually he did the mix on Kimpo too. He's doing the mix on my album.
Man,
Yeah,
I definitely gotta see if he wanna help me with some of my
bro,
projects.
tap in with that.
Got to. Cause I've been trying to collab with a couple people like for Heavy Mental. I had some features on there,
Mm-hmm.
but I always did covers for my projects like because I like to create. But I was like for this project, I kind of wanna have somebody else control it. Like, well, my idea.
Yeah.
And
so somebody else was like the creative control of what it was.
Yeah.
Space.
Barbados Black.
Yeah.
He did the cover for Heavy Mental, the EP I dropped. So like his style with my vision was like brilliant. I looked at him like people was telling me like I love this. This is way different than what you usually do. I'm like, yeah, this is Barbados's kind of style into it with the cover art. And I was like,
no, bro, he's got a really unique artistic design though. Like when I see stuff, I can see when it's his. And that's not in a bad way.
Right.
It's distinctive.
It just sticks out. Like he done a lot of great, and that's why I hit him. I was like, you doing a lot of great shows, and I mean a lot of good cover art for people like Hot X Magazine and there's a couple people, even his own work. Like, you'd be like, that's Barbados.
You can see it.
And shout out to Barbados, though. Sure. But like, yeah, I mean that brings me to my next question. Like, who do you want to collab with in the future? Like Pittsburgh artist wise, like anybody.
I'm saying,
you said a couple
my man's out. Gotta get easy.
My dog. We gotta, like we gotta do something. I know we gonna get some hits.
But always gonna mention my man through my kid. Yes, my family already doing stuff with him. Bro, surprisingly, me and Divo don't have any music out together. Like, he's producing my stuff. I send him some beats, but we don't have any song that we're both on, bro. So that should gotta happen.
That should be something we do, all three of us.
That's gotta happen, bro. So Devo, Linwood, Sierra Sellers, Josiah Council. I'm trying to get more with the melody people, bro. I'm trying to like really be the glue between there where everybody's like, yo, I keep making some of my best music with this BrothaMans. Who's this nigga, bro? Like that's
trying to be like Silk Sonic.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to be that missing link, bro. Real rap. I'm trying to be the missing link. Who else I'm trying to work with? Linwood, Lynn Starr. I'm trying to work with him. He moved over to LA. Definitely solid Layla Road. She's starting to learn the guitar right now. A whole bunch of people, bro. My boy Shamar, he be killing shit, bro. He got like the message rap, bro. I rock with him. Samuel Ray. A whole bunch of people, bro.
The Pittsburgh Goats.
Bro, local, bro. I like local music, man. I really do. If I left anybody out, it ain't like this. It's just, I just look like that, man. But I'm not trying to for everybody, man. You see me music, I'm working with you.
Nah, that's tough, though. I like that. Like, I feel like the city, even depending on your sound, the city is very talented. Like, I like everybody in the city, to be honest. Even if their styles a little different than mine, like, I don't judge. And I feel like we definitely got it. Like, if we come together and work on more projects together, I feel like we could be the next LA. It might take some years.
Unique enough to kind of approach that. Yeah, I see that.
In a way, because everybody's just so different. And even like the shows we do are good because like there's something different people going on. I just wish there was more of that, or there's more ways for us to kind of all work together in a way. Because it's like I feel like favoritism definitely plays a role in the city. Everybody has their favorite.
Well, there's favoritism, a lack of marketing, and then a lack of production quality. We're being like 1,000%.
I can agree with you 100%.
Two of those things need to take place for people to find you. But then, like, if somebody has all three of those, and they compare you ever to the person who has all three of those, even locally, you're gonna lose. You'll lose, and like that's the shitty because you can have a better song and still lose just because like they don't think that you have one of those three things that you need to have.
I've been a victim of a couple of shows or some things where I've been like, well, I feel like I should have went with somebody else, brought some type of something else. But just different elements. But
you live and learn in Pittsburgh for sure, bro. Yeah, it's a humbling experience to be an artist here. I don't think you can't even fake your success in this city for a real time.
Honestly, but Yes,
Yeah.
the city. I feel like the city can be way more successful if like local companies collab too. Like, yeah, maybe I don't know because I'm not in the music scene as much as I should. Like, that's something like one of my goals doing more, being more out there musically. But like a lot of companies, like you see a lot, especially black companies, like they're great. You know, there's a lot of shows out there, but they never collab. Like, why don't we see it? Two, like you see those, but you don't see them happen often. They happen like once in a blue moon for big events. But it's like if you do collabs like frequently, like with other companies, that'd be more successful.
In the summer, that Barrel and Flow Fest, I like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like and them festivals, even in the summertime festivals, those are the things that really really will expand if you get the right people, the right location, and the right artists and entrepreneurs on it. I feel like that'll go far. But yeah, I'm gonna ask my last
question.
Little bit of questions. It's gonna be like a quick this or that. Just trying to get what you prefer, just to get an idea what type of person you are. Yep. So okay. So are you more of a person who, like, if you had to pick to make beats or to write like music? Like, if you had to, like, okay, I want to make my own beats for the rest of my life. I mean, of course, you still want to be doing music, but like, I want to make my own beats for the rest of my life, or I just want to write on, like, focus on writing music instead of freestyle beats.
I love writing and songwriting, but to me, I even feel like there's, to some extent, a limit to how much I can create. Like lyrically with words. I can think of an abundance of things to do with. I can think of 40 different things to do with one sound. For facts, I can. Like, so, you know, to me, it's like
either or.
You got more possibilities with the beats.
Because the beats, it makes it actually perfects your sound. Like playing with it, it helps you freestyle. Like you said, being a freestyle is like being a writer is like being a freestyle. So when you freestyle in the beat in your head, you're like, all right, bet. All right, I like that. Last week, guest we had Lisa Lease.
I follow her
I asked her last week, would she rather have money or power? And she said an interesting thing. She said respect. So just piggybacking off of that, would you rather have respect or millions of dollars?
How'd I get the millions? Because if I don't have respect because of that, then I don't want it. You know, it's like then I'm just kind of like being ridiculed. I'm like a dumbass, like rich dumbass. You know, it's like it wants to be that. Then now I'm wallowing in self pity. So
but you could have respect and be broke. Well, then again,
I got respect now and I'm broke. Shit. So I guess I'll take that. I'll walk out what I came with.
So you're like, hey man, I ain't losing nothing.
Yeah, but I'll take the respect.
Respect is important. Like she opened my eyes when she said, "I'm thinking about money and power." I'm like, but respect. If you don't have that,
you don't have respect. You're not going to respect your money. You don't respect how they interact with you. You just want to see you like a move for real, bro. Please.
They just going to use
set this man up, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. But yeah, that's a good one because you don't sell yourself too short. And millions, you can get that a million different ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But having the millions without having respect.
In life so far, bro, we've made millions of dollars, bro. Yeah. Like, I mean, we didn't make it all in 1 year, but we done made millions of dollars.
If you want to tap into the like conscious, aspect, everything for real, we really do got millions. It's just hitting money. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we can find it. And it's also like that's what even being human beings. We're worth more than we're even making, or we're surviving off of today. To be honest, like. Yeah. There should be millions in everybody's pocket right now.
Right.
That's like another deep into the mind. Probably talking. Kinfolk or invalid? You had to pick one as your favorite.
Kinfolk for sure.
Kinfolk.
I feel like kinfolk people got to really hear me rap for. Like, I don't really rap too much. I feel like they really didn't. I feel like they really didn't get to hear too much of that in my music before then. So.
All right. Safe or hit me up?
Safe for sure. Yeah, because safe is like really like some reflective stuff. I feel like hit me up is like me trying to make some better pop for real. But I know that's really me experiencing like real life. Like safe is like real life.
It was more lyrical too. I mean, yeah. Hit me up was more of a
keep it in the bank, keep it leaving the face, and keep it leaving my date, bro. I was rocking with that.
I thought I was just in the Kendrick for a second.
I was rocking with that first. I can't wait for people to hear that.
He said, "Okay, I was like, okay." All right, last question. Because I know we're trying to like hurry the
Is
fuck up.
that time? Yeah, sorry, that might be that time.
But yeah, my final question of the day: singing or rapping?
Singing.
Singing,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I can find a full melody and a tempo when I'm singing, and that feels very comfortable, and it feels like that's going to be less criticized than it would of my rap. So I'm sharpening my pen with the rap every day. I'm always trying to get better with that, but I feel like there's less that I need to work on. It's more like technical stuff or stuff that can make it better. So I'll keep that.
Everybody likes singing too, like rapping. There'd be old people that are like, I'm not really into that, but singing, you can make anything work with singing.
Yeah,
like my song Ultra, like with the auto tune, people that's probably most people's favorite song because I mean it's a positive song too, but it's like more of a singing. It's singing and rapping, but it's like me experimenting with singing with auto tunes. I'm not really a singer, I'm trying, but yeah, that's dope, man. I wish you the best in music.
Right.
I can see like I have an eye for things, but I know it might take some time, but I really see you like being out here doing positive things and making a big album.
That gives me inspiration and continue to be motivated that people around me and in my circle are supportive and they want to see me be good. I'm wishing that same success on you, but
appreciate it, man. Like just one man to another, man. Like I just feel like everybody don't really give each other the praise that but everybody will praise themselves, but they won't give each other the praise. But like, we got
celebrities,
That's how we boost each other up. That's how we help each other. Like everybody support each other. Everybody help each other. That's how you make connections work.
Can't wait to see your global mass network in the global mass network.
Hopefully, 5-10 years.
Shout out to GMN, man.
GMNTV. Yeah, like I said, bro. Yeah, I see you doing big things in the future. Even you might hit some roads, and you're like, I want to give up, or I don't know if people will support me.
Yeah.
There's no Rizzy Reek support, BrothaMans. So, as always, no problem, man.
I appreciate it.
But that concludes episode 2 of exclusive interviews.
So,
appreciate you, BrothaMans, for tuning in, coming in.
Go follow me on Instagram at BrothaMans7. You can go ahead and Apple Music, Spotify, title BrothaMans. That's BROTHAMANS.
Check him out.
Let's get it.
Check him out.
Yes,
y'all know what, y'all can follow me. Obviously, GMNTV, Rizzy Reek, the Reek Experience. Make sure y'all check out that Heavy Mental, only 5 songs. Let me know what y'all favorite songs is.
Phase 4, we in there, dog.
Shout out to Phase 4, Tech Center, Best Buy.
We in it.
They about to blow up sometime in the future. They blowing up now, to be honest. But that's all for today. Thank you for this episode of GMN, sponsored by Best Buy. I don't know who else we want to sponsor to, but Phase 4, Tech Center, and we are out. Peace.
Appreciate it.